welcome. So you got your report back and it's a lot of information. And if you send that report to the seller or the salesperson at the dealership, things are going to get lost. They're not going to know what you want done. The great thing about us RV inspectors that use HomeGauge, you can create a punch list. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the email we got notifying us that our RV inspection is ready. So I open that email, and everybody's email may look a little different, but the information's all there. Username, password, and a link to sign in. Now, we're just going to go to HomeGauge and sign in because that's the easiest way to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy my username. And then I'm going to open another tab and I'm going to go to HomeGauge.com. All right. I'm going to log into that. So I paste my username and password in. I'm in. This is the same place you went to sign your documents. Okay. So we see here's the picture of our RV that was inspected, and we have inspection details. When we click on that, we have a couple places where we can click to view the report. So we're going to view it. Now you may have already done this, but your report is very long. Look at all these sections we have. It's a lot of information. Now, most of the time, there's a section at the beginning that goes over major, minor, all of that stuff. And while that's great, if you send this whole report, which could be like 150 pages, things get lost at the dealership. So we want to make this as less complicated for the seller or salesperson as possible so that you get the best bang for your buck. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back from our report. Okay, and when we get here for the second time, at the bottom of our picture there, we see a gray box that says Create Request List, and this feature is amazing. So we're going to go ahead and create this. Now you can create more than one. The first one you can't name, but every one after that you can. Maybe you want to tell the person about the major and minor things and get those fixed. Maybe there was some recommendations and things in there that you want to keep for later so that you know how to maintain your RV. You can create a list for that. That's the great thing about this software. So we're going to create the request list from our RV inspection report. Okay, and it's going to give us a couple of options here. We can either select all items, which will give us all of the items that have a picture or comment, and we can go through them one by one and select what we want. The other option is that we can select only the summary items. Now with this RV, you notice there were only majors and some comments and some recommendations in there. That's where I'm going to start because that's where the meat and the potatoes of the RV inspection is. All right, so we're going to select OK now that this is selected. So we're going to notice the first thing that comes up is the hot skin test, and it just says there was no shore power connection available during this inspection, so we couldn't complete it. So this is something we'll want a technician to take care of later when we do our walkthrough maybe. So that we can see that there's no hot skin. And what hot skin is that is when stray voltage reaches the metal exterior of your RV and can shock you. So right now we are going to accept as is. The next thing, the front cap, we see there's a few pictures here of sealant issues. And this is areas where water can penetrate if it's not sealed properly. All right. We definitely want this taken care of before we take this off the dealer's lot. So we're going to click Add to List. When we do that, we're going to ask them to repair the issue. Okay, and then we can put a comment in that we want. So maybe that comment is, please repair prior to delivery. All right, it's as simple as that. And we'll copy that because I'll probably use that same comment a couple more times. So I'll save that request. Next thing is some scratches on the driver door. This is brand new. You really shouldn't have scuffs. But if you're willing to accept it that way, we would select accept as is. Now we're going to go through this entire thing really quickly, and I am going to, create this list real quick for you. So let me just accept this. Say you're buying from a a private owner, and maybe they're not going to do the repairs. Maybe we want to request a little bit of money off. So we see this door latch is loose. They don't want to repair it. So let's go ahead and add it to our list. And then instead of repair, we can hit monetary value. Say we want $10 off of the price because of this issue. We would just put that in there. And that's all we need to do. Save request. Once I've gotten through all of the items, I can either view the relist or I can continue editing. I think I'm in good shape now, so I'm going to select OK. I'll go to the view request list. You'll notice this is a lot shorter report than the full thing, which means a lot more things are probably going to get fixed, right? So the next thing we can do is we can hit the send list, and I can send it to myself and I can send it to somebody else. Let's say this is my salesperson's name or email, and I hit send email, and it will send that PDF email to the person that you need to send it to. You can also download it by clicking here and saving it to your computer. So that's it, folks. That's how easy it is to create a request list for your seller or salesperson so that you can get things taken care of before you drive it off the lot, or maybe you want to negotiate a little more with that private seller and say, hey, let's take a little bit off. I got to fix all this stuff. It's a great tool, only from HomeGauge, so make sure you use it to its full advantage.